Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Gregory Martin, aka the Super Producer, and this is my review on the film Judy. Let's get it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Gregory Martin, aka the Super Producer, and this is my official review on the film Judy, starring Renee Zellweger. This movie tells a story about Judy Garland in a way that most of us have never seen or even known about. I know, just speaking for myself, when I think of Judy Garland, I think of The Wizard of Oz, I think of Dorothy. I had no idea that, she was a huge star in her time. She was, besides an actress, she was a singer, she was a dancer, she was an all-around performer. And it really is a cautionary tale of famous stardom, and it also highlights the way the studio system was back in that time. It kind of perpetuates perpetuated that stereotype. Not really a stereotype, that was a reality of these actresses. They needed to be, especially the women, they needed to look a certain way, they needed to act a certain way. Then was better. And even the predatory nature of the studio executives, which still permeate to this day. This film kind of shows you that Harvey Weinstein, yes, he was a monster, but this is a long line of a behavior that's been happening for decades in Hollywood, that just really now has kind of hit the mainstream with the Weinsteins of the world and other big name producers and things of that nature. This film for me was really a very amazing story. You see Judy Garland, you witness her demons, what she was struggling with. You witness the traumas that she experienced as a child actress, and how they affected her life as an adult, how those traumas affected her relationships with men and even her children. The film was also had a very redeeming quality. Basically, she is pretty much, she's uninsurable, and she has a hard time getting back to work in Hollywood. People just don't want to deal with her because she has such an amount of baggage. However, she is taken a chance on by a theater company who want to showcase her singing, and even with this opportunity that she's given, you still see the bad choices, the drug abuse, the demons that she's dealing with, and you're constantly thinking, is this person going to crawl out of this hell that they've kind of created for themselves, and even their circumstances. And it's such a sad story that is beautifully portrayed by Renee Zellweger. Like her mannerisms, her twitches. I mean, I'm not, like I said before, I'm not really familiar with Judy Garland. How she was. I've only seen her in The Wizard of Oz, so I have no reference of her behavior. But if this is something that Renee had developed on her own, then I think she did an amazing job of really developing this character in the way that she spoke. Her facial movements, the way she walked. It looked like someone who was very troubled and dealing with things. So she did an amazing job with this film, with this character. This performance was definitely a tour de force. When you think of Renee, well, for me, like I said, this comes back to me When I think of Renee Zellweger, I think of Bridget Jones' Diaries. I think of, you know, these romantic comedies. I think she's in Jerry Maguire too. That's what I think. I think of this cookie cutter actress, you know, in these cookie cutter roles, you know. And forgive me if I'm not a big Renee. Well, I'm not saying I'm not a big Renee Zellweger fan, but I'm just not too familiar with her catalog to see if she's played different, you know, characters. When you say Renee Zellweger, I think of this, and that's all I think of. So to see her in this type of role was really powerful for me. You know, I knew she was a good actress, and because I've seen her being nominated for films prior, but this was definitely one of the roles that, you know, when I think of Renee Zellweger, I won't think of, you know, Bridget Jones' Diaries. I would definitely think about Judy. She had to do a lot of singing. She had to do a lot of movement, and she did an amazing job. I really like the character. Is very believable. Every aspect of it, you know, was really believable. You know, and it was also incredibly sad to kind of see the way that, you know, she was treated. You know, it was such a sad story. A light dimmed too early. You know, she was just an amazing star, and it's sad to see that people took advantage of her. You know, took advantage of her talents, took advantage of her money. I after watching the movie, I read that she died and she only had $40,000 US, which back in that day was equivalent to about $250,000 to her name when she made millions and millions of dollars. So it's such an incredibly sad story, and it also enlightened me to her family tree. I had no idea that she was the mother of Liza Minnelli. But all in all, this was a phenomenal movie, and the award nominations that is garnering is definitely well deserved. I think she has a very, very strong chance of winning the Academy for Best Actress. And, you know, I definitely recommend those who are, you know, who've heard about the story or were kind of on the fence to definitely see this movie. Is definitely worth the 2 hours. I hope this review was helpful. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next review. Peace.